An autopsy expert says the lungs of at least 2 Oklahoma death row inmates filled with fluid before they were executed. That, according to testimony delivered today in a federal trial over the state's execution protocol.
It is the second day in what's expected to be a week of testimony. News 9 Storm Jones is following every moment. He's live downtown with the latest. Storm?
Yeah, that expert testifying on behalf of the death row inmate said 85% of execution autopsies he's reviewed has showed fluid in the lungs, a sensation he says is terrifying. In day 2 of the long-awaited federal trial against the state's execution protocol, Dr. Mark Edgar from Florida's Mayo Clinic said Oklahoma death row inmates John Grant and Bigler Stouffer suffered from pulmonary edema during execution. The autopsy expert showed the court pictures of a dissected lung of John Grant showing bubbles. The only way for the froth to occur, according to the doctor, is while the prisoner is alive and breathing. He says the medical emergency often associated with drug overdoses can cause a sense of doom, panic, drowning, and asphyxiation. The cause is, the doctor said, midazolam, the first drug in Oklahoma's 3-drug execution cocktail. However, he was uncertain exactly why the drug caused the fluid. The Solicitor General, arguing for the state of Oklahoma, pushed back, noting frothy lungs also showed up in other execution methods across the country. While the state told the judge they don't deny the fluid-filled lungs, attorneys did question whether the prisoner would experience pain, given the amount of sedation administered at the beginning of the execution. District Judge Stephen Friott, who will ultimately rule alone on the case, was very attentive, asking a dozen questions of the expert witness. Now, we also heard from an ER doctor and a firearms expert on the efficacy of the firing squad. At least 18 death row inmates have listed that as an alternative execution method. We expect to hear one more witness tomorrow morning on behalf of the death row inmates before we'll hear a line of state witnesses. At the federal courthouse in downtown Oklahoma City, Storm Jones, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Storm.